Namaste, beautiful souls. Let's begin standing at the front of the mat. Feet hip distance apart, shoulders back and down. Press equally into all four corners of the feet and close your eyes. You can either stay with your hands, palms facing the front of the room, or take them over your heart. Left palm to the heart, right palm to the back of the left hand, but don't touch them together. Keep them maybe an inch distance apart to leave some space. And as you inhale here, slowly, direct your inhale through your hands, through your heart space. And exhale out through the same place. Inhale slowly. Imagine the breath entering your body through the heart space. And exhale slowly, completely. A few more long, deep breaths in this place. Eyes closed, directing your attention to your breath, to your heart. And as you're ready, on your next inhale, sweep the arms down, around, and up. And exhale, press the airway, open through the shoulders. Inhale, reach, move slowly. Take your whole inhale to reach to the top. And then exhale, press the airway. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press the airway, open across the heart space, open through the shoulders. Inhale, reach. And exhale, clasp the hands behind you, open from the front of the shoulders, reach your fists away from your heart space, away from your shoulders. Inhale here, and exhale, sink into chair. Sink the hips. Look down and make sure you can see your toes. Your feet are facing directly in front of you. Lengthen the tailbone, engage the core. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. With the clasp. Keep the clasp. You can keep your knees bent deeply. Shake your head yes and no. Release the clasp. Inhale, half lift with a flat back. And exhale, plant the palms and step it back to plank. Spread the fingers wide, wrists underneath shoulders. Press the heels away from you. Core tight. And then flip on over, come on to side plank on the right side. Shoulder over wrist. You can always kickstand your foot in front of you or drop the bottom knee. Reach up and overhead, rainbow arch the body. And plant the palm, flip it over to the other side. Side plank on the left side. Reach up and overhead. Lift the hips high, arch the body, stretch into the side body. And then plant the palms. Bring the belly to the mat. Take your elbows underneath your shoulders this time. Spread the fingers wide, press into the hip points, open through the heart, Sphinx pose. Press to the tops of the feet so your legs are engaged. Don't let them just all fall willy-nilly. Engage through the feet, open through the heart. And we'll take 3 deep breaths, sending our attention into the heart space as we breathe. Flip the toes back under. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. And in one straight line, press back up to plank. And then downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide, shoulders away from the ears. Bend one leg and then the other. Walk it out. Lift the hips high. Long, flat back. And inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Drop the left knee to the mat. And inhale, low lunge. Knit your rib cage together. Lift to the crown of the head. Make sure your right knee is not splaying out. Energetically squeeze it towards the midline. And now lift your heart space up to the sky. Begin to gently arch your back. And go as deep as is comfortable for you while still engaging the core. Crescent lunge. Inhale here and exhale, plant the palms. Flip the back toes under, step it back to plank. Engage the core and flip over to right side plank. And this time take your left knee into your chest, hold it here. For 3, 2, 1. Release, reach up and overhead, plank. And then bring your belly to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Lift through the heart. Exhale, release. Flip the toes under, press it up to plank, and then downward dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Drop the back knee down and inhale, low lunge. Now begin to gently lift your heart space towards the sky, engage the core, back bend. Now what we risk doing in a back bend is dumping into our lower back and just releasing backwards. But that's not engaging the core, that's putting a lot of stress on the low back. So we want to engage the core and lift rather through the heart space instead of dumping into the low back. So inhale here, and then exhale, plant the palms. Step it back to plank. And side plank on the left side. Bring your knee into your chest, hug it into your chest. Hold. For 3, 2, 1. Release, reach up and overhead. Plank, and this time chaturanga to upward facing dog. For a breath. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears, your core is engaged, your legs are engaged. Now lift the right foot and look over your right shoulder. Release. Left foot, look over your left shoulder. Release. Second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Press the left heel away from you. Knit the ribs together. Shoulders away from the ears. Energetically squeeze the legs towards the midline. The hands to prayer. Inhale, come forward over your right leg, and exhale, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Twist. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, plant the palms. Step it back to plank. Core tight, press the heels away from you. And flip over into side plank, right side. And this time, take yogic fingers, so your index finger and middle finger and thumb, and grab your toe if you can, and lift. If not, you can always stay with your knee into your chest. And release. Reach up and over. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Focus on the breath. Continue to focus on breathing through the heart space. Sending love and attention into your heart space. Hands to prayer. Inhale, come over your left leg. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Prayer twist. Press your right heel away from you. Twist through the core. As you inhale, find more length in the spine, and as you exhale, see if you can twist just a little bit deeper. Inhale, release, high lunge. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back to plank, core tight, and flip into side plank, left side. Yogic fingers, and grab your toe if you can, lift. Otherwise, bring your knee back into your chest for a balance. For 3, 2, 1. Release, reach up and over, plank, vinyasa, yogi's choice of vinyasa, to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, exhale, step it through, inhale, high lunge. This time, clasp your hands behind your lower back. Open through the heart. Reach your clasped fists down your left thigh. Lift through the heart. Sink deeply into the right knee. And then keep the clasp. Come back up into your high lunge. And you might need to hop the left foot in a little closer for a bit of a better balance here. But bring your weight onto your right foot and press off with the left to come into Warrior 3 with a clasp. So press into all 4 corners of the right foot, turn the left hip down, flex through the left foot, lengthen through the crown of the head. Breathe. If you fall out of it, that's okay. Come back into it. Do your best. And from here, bend through the right knee, step back, high lunge, release the clasp. Inhale, reach, exhale, hands to prayer twist. Prayer twist. And you can stay here, or if you choose, reach around, you can clasp To get a deeper twist, press the left heel away from you. Look over your right shoulder. And release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step it back to plank. Come over into side plank, right side. Take the left foot now, step it behind you, lift the hips, come into wild thing. And flip it back over, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Clasp the hands behind you, reverse the clasp. Open through the heart space, lift. And bend through the right knee. Launch forward, warrior three. Bend through the left knee, step back, high lunge, release the clasp, prayer twist. Look over your left shoulder. And if you would like, you can reach around and clasp to deepen the twist. Inhale, release, high lunge. Exhale, plant the palms. Step it back to plank, core tight, and flip over into side plank, left side. Take the right foot behind you, flip the hips, lift through the hips, wild thing. And come on back over. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide, walk it out. Shake your head yes and no. Take your left hand to the center of the mat, right hand towards the left ankle. Twist. And switch sides. Take your hands back to center, bend the knees, look between your hands, and hop to the front of the mat in yogic squat. Toes on the outside of the mat, heels on the inside, elbows pressing gently into the inside of your knees. Hands to prayer. And take a moment here to rededicate the breath to the heart space. To self-love, to immersing your body with light, with love, with breath. As you breathe through the heart space, imagine that that breath is enlivening your body, cleansing the heart, creating space for joy and love to come. So now take your hands around behind you. Come to sit on your bum. And from here, you can keep the soles of your feet on the mat and keep your knees bent. Or walk your hands a little bit farther away from you, your feet a little bit farther away from you. And inhale, lift into reverse plank. So fingertips are facing you, hips are high, sole of the feet on the mat, or reverse tabletop. Again, soles of the feet on the mat. And from here, we'll do 10 knee ins. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift the hips high. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release the hips, flex the feet back towards you. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find a little more length in the spine. Grow taller, lengthen the crown of the head away from the tailbone. And exhale, fold from the core and see if that changes the stretch a little bit. Inhale, come back up. Take your feet as wide as the mat if you can. We're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So as wide as your legs can go, doesn't matter what that looks like. Flex your toes back towards your face. Ground down through the sits bones. Inhale, lift, find length, and exhale, fold. Keep your sits bones grounded down onto the mat, flat back. If you have a block or if you have a block, grab it. You can always rest your forehead on it at whatever height. Continuing to breathe deeply, slowly, and completely. Inhale, come back up. You can bring your legs together, come onto your knees, and then bring your right foot to the front of the mat. Walk your foot over towards the left of the mat and set yourself up for pigeon on the right side. So press your left hip down, press through the top of the left foot. Inhale, find length in the spine, square the hips, and exhale, fold. You can grab that block, keep it close by to rest your head on if you would like. Check and make sure that your left hip is not rising. Press the left hip down, right hip back. Inhale, walk your hands back up. You can press your right leg back, stay on your knee. A couple leg circles here, right leg circles, left knee on the mat. And then switching sides, bring the left foot forward and across. Move the right leg away from you, square the hips, press the right hip down. Inhale, open through the heart, find length. And with that length, begin to walk your hands forward to wherever feels comfortable for you. If that's staying up on your hands, that's perfectly all right. Everybody's anatomy is different, and hips are a very tricky subject. One hip might be very, very different from the other. Mine very much are. So just acknowledge where you're at today. Love yourself for where you're at today, wherever that might be. Press the right hip down, left hip back, press to the top of the right foot, and just focus your breath in your hip joint now, in the place where you feel the most sensation. Send your breath and your attention there. Gently walk your hands back in towards your body. Come into three-legged tabletop, a couple knee circles with the left knee this time. In one direction and then the other. And then come to sit on your bum. If you have a bolster, grab it. If you have 2 blocks, that also works, and I'll show you how. We're going to finish here today in supported fish pose to gently open across the heart space. So if you have 2 blocks, you want to set them up in a T position to where the long part of the T is sort of in between your shoulder blades and your upper back. And you will have to experiment to find out what feels most comfortable for you. And then your head will rest on the other block, again at a place that feels comfortable for you. So just experiment a little bit here if you have the blocks. And if you have a bolster, same thing. The bolster will just go down the center of your back, and it might be nice as well to have that block on the other end, depending on the length of your body. So I'm going to use the bolster because it's soft. So find a place that feels comfortable for you. You can have your legs long with the feet falling left to right, or you can bring the soles of your feet together in Supta Baddha Konasana. And take your hands in cactus arms above or slightly out from your head. And this will help gravity to gently pull across the heart space, the front of the shoulders. And your arms might not be touching the ground yet. If this is uncomfortable, rest your hands on blocks if you have them. As long as you are feeling a wonderful stretch across the front of the chest. And this is where I shall leave you today. Take the time, if you have it, to rest here for a few moments, to enjoy the gentle opening across the heart space, to enjoy the breath. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.